around. We're going to adopt them for the whole year. So if anybody listening and you want to contribute to what we're doing for these women, you can hit us up on our website. You can, when I say hit up, excuse me, you can donate. Press the donate bar, and you can donate monies. If you want to donate, what is it? What am I trying to say, Vicky? Hygiene items.
Any type of resources, yeah. Specifically, we're right now we're shooting for purses, shoes, any type of winter clothes, really clothes, period, jackets, blankets, cosmetics, because the ladies, they don't have anything, so they don't even have like the little stuff like the cosmetic products like skin cream, the right type of soap, different soaps for your skin, moisturizer, makeup, lip, lip gloss, or things like that. So fingernail polish, So we're looking for different things like that because it is a women's home that houses 15 women, and usually they're full to capacity. So that's the items that we're looking for right now.
Thank you very much. And we are the mailman. Like the mailman? We rain, snow, whatever. We is in the rain doing that.
Yeah, we're FedEx, we're UPS, yeah. We're going to say FedEx. We're FedEx. I'm going to take UPS flat. I'm going to erase UPS. We're FedEx. Literally. But anyway, moving on, DJ, because we got to get to our topic. And the other thing is we need to update our listeners. We apologize. I say that 3 times because we were supposed to start doing our show for an hour this week. We're still doing it for half an hour, and we're working out some preliminary stuff behind the scenes to get that straightened out. So when we get it updated, and we will keep you informed on when we will start having our show for an hour. But at this moment, at this time, we'll be still doing a half an hour. But we hope to be able to give you some juicy information that may, trigger you in some areas or help your day or what have you.
Well,
so let's move on to our topic because we don't have that much time.
Wait. Thank you for sharing and let people know we don't tell stories. Okay. We're about the truth. The truth will set you free. Okay, anyway. Our website real quick is www.divinevictoryministries.com. And our email address, we have 2 email addresses. Our nonprofit email address is divinevictoryproduction@gmail.com. And our Tunnel Vision email is tunnelvision4949@gmail.com. All right, now let's get into our topic.
And so just for a disclaimer, well, I guess I shouldn't say disclaimer, but what I was going to say is if, since we don't have a lot of time to discuss the topic, I'm going to tell you ahead of time that we probably will continue talking about it next week, even if we just recap, because we only going to have 10 minutes to talk about it, maybe 11. So go ahead,
DJ. Here we go. Parent and child dynamic. What do you think that is? Parent and child dynamic. I'm going to start the conversation because I got to have a little comedy. Look. We got the parent and we got the child, right? And then when we little kids and our parents telling us stuff and telling us we got to do chores, we got to go to bed and all that, we'd be like, oh, my God, I can't wait. I can't wait till I grow up. And then when you grow up, you'd be like, God, dog it. I wish I could.
I was crazy. I straight said I couldn't wait till I had bills. I really said that.
Yeah. I don't know what's wrong.
I was crazy. I said, I can't wait till I have bills. I couldn't believe that. Oh, my God.
I know you want to take that back now.
I want to take it back. I put that mess in the atmosphere and didn't even know I did that.
Oh, my God. And why did you want to pay bills? God.
I don't know. I just wanted to be grown. Anything about being grown, I wanted it. I wanted to be independent.
Okay, well, you grown now, God dog it. Okay, but anyway, so you must be the only, you ain't the only child who thought that way. Okay, but anyway, go back to what we were saying. You know, we don't listen. We not trying to hear our parents when we little, we teenagers, and we don't know what they talking about. And then the tables turn, because I don't know about you, Miss Vicky, but if I didn't hear parents, I heard it on TV, you just wait. You just wait. Your children, you're going to get it back, because your children going to give you all HELF, just like you gave yours. And I'm telling you, Lord, have mercy. But when I look at mine, I'll be like, dog. It'd be like, when I be looking at mine, I'll be like, dang, why he do what he do? And then I got to humble myself and dang, be like, God joking. But then, I don't give it all to me. I don't put all that on me. I'm like, nah, I'll take a little bit of that, but I ain't going to take all of that. Because some of them take it to a whole other level. Because I'm being transparent. Deacon McClain would lie to the last final hour. I'm talking about I believe my butt and still on it. Because I didn't feel like I could tell the truth and we could have a conversation. I was going to get my butt whipped regardless. So, heck, might as well lie. But mine, I done had a conversation with mine and told him I'm not strict. I'm not going to whoop your butt like I got whooped for lying. You can just tell me the truth. You can tell me anything. I'm not going to whoop your butt. I done told him that. And he still want to tell a lie. I'd be like, I don't understand. And then when I catch him in the line, he got to explain a story or whatever. But I'm just saying. But I'm not going to take all that. Okay. That's some of that.
Girl, I remember when I would get caught, I would just say, I'm guilty. Because I already knew I was busted. It wasn't no point. I wasn't finna use all the energy. Matter of fact, I'm not even good at lying. Like, I mean, I'm not going to say I haven't lied and I don't know how to lie, but I'm not that great at it. So back then, I was worse. And I was just like, you know what? And I'm saying as a teenager, I was just like, I'm guilty. Like, I was like, still back then, I still thought the same way I do now, but it's on another level. But I was just like, you know what? I'm guilty. Whatever.
Okay, wait. And then I want to add, let's go back to this lying thing, right? Okay, so because it affects me right now, it even affects me and Vicky's relationship. Okay, remember now, I said I would just lie to the hilt. Be getting whipping at all. It's still lying, okay? Now, even today, when I left my parents' house, I was free. I'd be free. I'm going to do my Sojourner voice. Sojourner Truth voice. I'd be free now. Okay? When I left their house, I was free as a bird, flying like an eagle, you know? And ever since then, even today, me and Vicky will be discussing stuff, and I'll be like, I'm not finna do that. And then I'll be like, I'm not finna lie. And she'd be like, Dika, you're not lying. You're just not telling us No. I used to lie when I was a kid. I am free. I am not lying about nothing. So
you be overthinking everything. Yeah, that is so true.
I'd be like, no.
I'll be like, hey.
I've been set free. I can tell the truth. Like, I can speak my mind. I don't have to worry about getting my phone with for speaking my mind. So, man, that flipped on me. I'm sorry. I was set free. Okay, but anyway, we got 6 more minutes. My God, that was quite cool. So
basically, we wanted to get into talking about how our financial situation with parenting, how our children learned how to handle their finances. And we started off saying how, like I said, I wanted to have bills, because I really didn't understand the whole dynamic. And we want to go into that part of the subject, and we will carry it on to next week. But basically, just to give a little history, the baby boomer generation is our parents. Our parents came from the baby boomer generation, and they gave birth to us in the late 60s, mid-late 60s. And so basically, when the civil rights movement came about, our parents reaped from the movement. They were able to have their financial freedom in regards to have the freedom to earn money, to buy property, even get an education, different things like that. Dika, you have anything to add on to that part?
Yeah, and then some of us grew up with an allowance, and we got
but wait, so that is true, and I hate to interrupt you, but I just wanted to cover the part where how our parents were in a position where they were able to enjoy, so they were celebrating their freedoms. You know what I'm saying? That their parents had worked so hard to, get, and then they ended up celebrating it. So when they were raising their children, a lot of the baby boomer generation, they were, providing, they were providers, they were, even spoiling a lot of their children. But one thing that ended up missing with a lot of the kids, a lot of the children that came out of the baby boomers, is they weren't taught financial stability. They weren't taught how to handle their finances. And one other thing I want to say, when I say they was partying, the flower children was in that generation. You know what I'm saying? They was partying. Some of them was smoking weed and all that stuff. Everybody knows. Most people know the history. If you don't, look it up. We'll even share a little bit more next week. But I'm just saying, like, it was a lot of freedoms that they had, celebrated. And to be honest with you, it wasn't just African Americans. It was like a lot of liberal folk. So you had Caucasians doing it. I don't know too much about other nationalities, but I know the whites and the blacks were celebrating a lot because, it was a lot of Caucasian people that were not into slavery. They didn't believe in that. They believed in equality. So there was a lot of people that grew up with African Americans and they believed in equality. So I'm just saying, it was like it was like everybody was partying together, celebrating, being able to use the same restroom, enjoy the same neighborhoods, just the whole scenario. Even when I was coming up, I grew up my parents were homeowners. Dika's parents were Dika's parents were homeowners, so we grew up in a home, not an apartment. I didn't grow up in rental property. I didn't grow up renting. My parents didn't rent. Not saying that everybody went through that, but I'm just saying that's just an example. Yeah, that was an example. But we give that history to lead to our topic, which, the fruit of the topic, which is how, our children and we ourselves have struggled with handling our finances. And then how it even affected this generation. So we want to talk about how it affected our generation and then theirs too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we're going to continue that conversation, but we're going to give a few tidbits, just a couple. Here are 9 ways to teach your kids, your crumb snatchers, your children about money. Okay, you have to demonstrate the value of money. You have to talk to your kids about money. You have to stress the importance of curbing impulses and purchases. Like, they just don't have to have it. Discuss big purchases with your kids, and I'm going to stop right there, and we'll go on with the list next week. Okay, so we talked about the parent and child dynamic, and then we talked about the parent and child dynamic about dealing with finances. And we're going to continue, and then we might come up with something else for the parent and child dynamic. Like, would you have rather had a boy or a girl? That's a whole nother time.
Right.
Them little
so we love. Okay. We love you guys, and we thank you for being faithful. We appreciate our new listeners, and we hope you keep listening. And check us out on YouTube too, so we can get credit. And so anyway, we talk to you next week. YouTube, television on YouTube. But anyway, we talk to you next week. Much love, peace, and harmony, and be safe.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Wait a minute.
Before you love me, you gotta respect me, baby.